So welcome everyone to our very first show. This is Flash Fantasy proudly presents The Skeleton Crew. I'm Ryan. I'll be your game master for this session and for the next session. And well, for this game, I guess is what I should
Probably
have said.
all the sessions.
Yeah, no, that's
All
a
the
good
sessions.
point.
Every session.
Yeah, I've been playing D&D for just over, or role-playing games for just over 2 years. This is like one of 7 that I'm currently either DMing or playing, and so this is destroying every aspect of my life.
And Ryan loved it so much how destroyed his life got that he decided to share the love with me. I'm Brett. I play Keln. I've been playing also for just about 2 years, but Ryan was the one who introduced them to me.
It's my fault that they're all here because I'm the one who introduced Ryan. My name's Daniel, and I play Damien Gray. I'm a software engineer and a total nerd, and I do ballet.
Well, that really covers it for you. I'm Ammon Clemens. I play Wences Panteer. I have been playing role-playing games basically my life. My dad was kind of one of those kids who played D&D with his friends for 6 hours, and so he sort of roped us into it pretty young. But we kind of play fast and loose with the rules at my home, so it's a bit of shift. But since Ryan organized this whole powwow, it really is Daniel's fault that we're all here.
Wait, there are rules in these sessions?
And I guess that leaves me. I'm Noah Clemens. I'm Ammon's brother. The last names are the same. But we've been playing D&D for most of our lives. I've known Brett and Ryan for a long time. About 3-4 years or something.
He's known me even longer.
I've known him for
You
like
consider
20
3 or 4 years a long time?
Well, I mean, it goes quick when you don't have a life like me.
And then who do you play, Noah?
I play Sskogga, the Trandoshan, probably the best character in this entire podcast, even among not just the best.
That's fair. All right, well then, let's get into character introductions.
My name is Keln. Growing up on my home planet of Doran, the Keldor were extremely proud of their heritage using the natural force. As the Jedi Order grew to power, we noticed that the elders from the Jedi Council would visit our home planet. When I was young, I believe one of them murdered my parents and the clan elders. In an effort to find answers, I left. On my quest, I ran into some like-minded individuals on the planet of Nar Shaddaa. We quickly became employed to Lugo the Hutt. After a few double crosses, we found ourselves headed to Tatooine with some hot cargo, which belonged to this rat alien thing named Bog. I don't know if I'll ever find my answers, but 1,000,000 credits doesn't sound bad either, and I'll take that wherever I can.
My name is Wences Panteer, but you can call me Wes. I'm from the planet Alderaan, where I was raised in the ruling family there, learning the ways of high society and how to correctly govern a planet. Sadly, a coup in my youth scattered my family and sent me caneering through the galaxy, trying to find direction. Most recently, I found my way to Nar Shaddaa, where I associated myself with a couple of interesting characters, Sskogga and Eso. And although they are not the types I usually associate myself with, their usefulness has been proven many times over. They've shown themselves to be helpful and loyal allies. Now I only want one thing: to gather my resources and find a way to get my planet back.
My name is Sskogga. I'm a Trandoshan from the planet Trandosha. I was a great hunter, killing many Wookiees and other things, but mostly Wookiees. I had many Jagannath points and had the scorekeeper's favor until I was betrayed by a coward who left me to die on the forests of Kashyyyk. But I escaped and made my way to Nar Shaddaa. There I met Eso and Wes. Eso knows his way around a blaster, and Wes, we keep him just for kicks. And there's also Bog. He's useful too, good for keeping the ship together. After a couple of scuffles, they helped me escape Nar Shaddaa, and we found ourselves on Tatooine. My allies have proven to be very helpful in getting credits and weapons, both of which will be necessary for me to regain my Jagannath points by killing the loathsome traitor. I don't have any leads yet, but I can smell him. He's close.
My name is Damien Gray. I'm a Jedi Knight. I grew up on the planet of Naboo. I was raised alone by my mother, who was also a Jedi, until I was 10 years old when she disappeared. I later was told that she had been killed by Sith. The Jedi Order took me in, even though I was a little old, since my mother had trained me, and a master picked me up, and I thought that it was out of the goodness of his heart. Although, after several years, I began to realize that it wasn't that at all. He wanted to control me because he knew the truth about my family. I had found a holo recording from my mother explaining who my father was. You see, my mother fell in love with a Sith Lord she once hunted. Together they married and had me. This master of mine had tracked my mother down on one of her meetings, confronted the two of them, killed my mother, and my father apparently escaped. In my anger, after seeing that holo recording, I actually turned on my master and destroyed him. That was on the planet Tatooine. On Tatooine, I met an old hermit who had formerly been a Jedi, and he rescued me from my anger and put me back on a normal path. I will do whatever it takes to find my father, but first I must find the Sith, or let them find me.
And lastly, but certainly not least, here is a bit of the story so far. It is a time of peace in the galaxy and the Old Republic. The Sith have not been seen en masse since Revan and the Dark Wars, almost 300 years ago. On the Outer Rim world of Nar Shaddaa, trouble stirs for three unlikely friends, Sskogga, Iso, and Wes, the Skeleton Crew. Indebted to a Hutt crime lord named Lugo, the trio are tasked to retrieve stolen cargo from a rival crime boss, Gen Visk.
Sskogga was able to sweet-talk Visk over a drinking contest and win his respect. The crew decided then and there to betray Lugo and work for Visk instead, obviously, thus starting a long-standing tradition of turning on their employers. Visk tasked them with getting the stolen cargo off Nar Shaddaa, along with his associate who was holding it, a Chadrafan named Bog, and deliver it to a man named Riyadh on Tatooine.
Bog wasn't that hard to find, holed up in a thug-ridden casino. Lugo's goons were just waiting for the little guy to come out so they could snatch him and the cargo. Iso, Wes, and Sskogga struck a deal with Bog, guaranteeing his safety and the cargo's if they could beat him in a game of chance. Through pure dumb luck, they did so, winning 60,000 credits on the Jubilee Wheel. With their winnings, they snuck Bog out and got the cargo to the nearest spaceport.
Once there, they pooled their funds and bought a dingy little ship, the Kepler-12. Lugo had learned of their betrayal, however, and soon his thugs and the police he'd paid off were banging down the hangar doors. With the cargo loaded, they blasted off as small blaster fire chased them out of the hangar. They weren't out of trouble yet, though.
Breaching the atmosphere, they started the jump to hyperspace, but not before two interceptors began blasting away at them. Sskogga manned the gun and blew one out of the sky, just as the hyperdrive died. With some quick repairs by Iso and Bog, fast computing by Wes, and ace shooting by Sskogga, the second interceptor went out in a glorious explosion and the Kepler-12 blasted into hyperspace, on its way to Tatooine.